to the Omaha branded bowl, the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. This is an Omaha, Nebraska-based brand, Scooters Coffee. Shout out Scooters Coffee. Very
I didn't
delicious,
know that until
pretty
like
well
yesterday.
priced. What? You didn't?
I
It's only in the Midwest and Texas now too, but yeah.
I recently just found, not like actually yesterday, but I recently just found out it was based out of Omaha.
Here's your fun bowl fact of the day is
Yeah, there you go.
Bowl games are not like crazy expensive to sponsor when it comes to business money terms. It's only like 350 to 400 grand to have your name on a bowl game, which that sounds like a ton of money. I get that. But in the business world, it's not. It's meant to be.
Sales are going to be skyrocketing. Coffee's going to be at a premium on Tuesday. They're going to be like, what's the reason?
They did open two Scooters locations the day of the bowl game last year in Frisco. That was like, I know their big move with this. So maybe that's the move. That's what I love bowl season so much, all the greasy little stuff going on. But this one's going to be fun. Memphis, West Virginia. We just talked about West Virginia's coach hiring. Memphis, a team that beat Iowa State in their bowl game last year, had a chance to make some noise at the end of the year, beat a really good Tulane team. Let's break this one down. Jake, tell us who's in, who's out on both sides of the ball for these squads.
Yeah, we should get pretty good participation, which is a little surprising with the Neil Brown firing at West Virginia.
Yep.
As far as I know, the only guy I really have listed down that's significant is Josiah Trotter. He was Big 12 Defensive Freshman of the Year. I don't know if you guys remember the name Jeremiah Trotter. Really good NFL linebacker. It's his kid. So he's entered the portal. Don't expect him to play. But as far as who's in, I think the big names on both sides. Seth Hennigan, the Memphis quarterback. I expect him to play. Wyatt Milam, first team offensive tackle for West Virginia, expecting him to play. And Jaheim White, the leading rusher. He's kind of been their go-to guy on that offense. As far as I know, he's playing right now. And then West Virginia, the quarterback side of things is going to be interesting, but we can dive into that once we get into the game here.
I think Seth Hannigan's the first guy I want to talk about. I'm so excited he's playing. I don't think a lot of people know this name as much as they should, at least. All-time leading passer in Memphis football history. One of 3 active players to have over 100 career touchdown passes, along with Dylan Gabriel, Will Rogers. He's an elite player, man. He's thrown for over 3,200 yards again this season and only 6 picks. So I really like that he's playing in this game because he's definitely one of those guys that you could see opting out, saving himself for the combine. But no, he wants to play one last game in the Memphis uniform and just extend that record. This Memphis offense is awesome. They can score a ton of points. Their fallback the entire season has been they can't stop a runny nose. The good news is on the opposite side of the ball, West Virginia has some problems on the offense. Not enough that Memphis isn't going to give up theirs, but I think Memphis's offense in this spot with Seth Hannigan and the weapons that they've had, which got them back to the college football playoff rankings to end the season and a win over a really good Tulane team, will be the benefactor and difference here. So I like the Tigers off the rip because of Hannigan and his weapons on the offense side of the ball. High scoring game though, in my mind. What do you think, JP?
Yeah, I'll be pretty quick with this one. I think it just comes out of motivation factor and the understanding that there was a firing on the West Virginia side. And is it Chad Scott, correct? OC's running this.
Chad Scott, offensive coordinator, is being Germ.
It's a motivation factor, and what Memphis does and their ability to get up for these bowl games, it feels like they really like any shot at one of the power conference schools. And so I like Memphis in this spot, high scoring, but just the team that wants to go out on a high note, right? They expect it to be the G5 bid. They're not. I think West Virginia is ready for change and ready to get on with things, especially after Rich Rod just got hired on. So I like Memphis, and I like high scoring Memphis.
I like that. So match me up. Let's go. Jake, what do you think on this matchup? Any breakdown and who wins, who covers?
Yeah, we say bowl games matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes between two teams, it's all about which one matters more than the other. And being on the other side of this last year with Memphis playing Iowa State, you could tell it just meant a lot more to Memphis. They've got kind of this like chip on their shoulder, especially when they get an opportunity to play a P4 Big 12 school that they kind of think they're on par with, and probably talent-wise they are this year. West Virginia, 5 of their 6 wins came against teams below 500. Like, this team does not want to be in a bowl game. I will say it right now, but you have seniors like Garrett Green who probably just want to close their long college career on a good note, right, and play for some pride. this Memphis team is just a decent defense away from taking the spot from Boise. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't think we forget that, and they're going to be one of the first bowl
serviceable.
games played. So that being said, I really like Memphis too. I know we're starting it off by picking favorites early, but I really think Memphis has got this one.
Yeah, it definitely does matter more to Memphis. I think also when you look at West Virginia, if we go back to my preseason takes on West Virginia, I'm going to look pretty smart, way smarter than I actually am. But I was just not sold on Garrett Green, who's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in West Virginia history at the end of his career. But when this team struggles, he's really bad, man. Like he's gone 9 for 18 with 3 interceptions and losses to TCU. Like when he's not perfect or the game changer, this West Virginia team just can't win. So I don't think he's going to be that in this spot. I love Seth Hennigan in this spot. So give me Memphis. Round table pick, all on Memphis. It's another unanimous one on a favorite. Hopefully that won't be the stat line after Jake just told us all the underdogs were rolling early in the season. But that is the Frisco Bowl. Check that one out. That one is also, the 17th, also at 8 p.m. over on ESPN. Shout out bowl season.